Hello, it's Sebastian Danisic again. Now I'm going to tell you about how to do input. Before we had a program, well, it was a one-line thing which just said alert, and then we had some value like 1. We can do that, something like that, and then if we run it, we get 1 coming up in a new window, a little sort of alert thing. So if we wanted to input a value, we use the prompt function. So we can say prompt enter a number or something like that. So now if we run that, we get enter a number and then something that allows us to type something in. So then we click on the OK or we press enter, and we get 1 coming up again. Now why was that? Well, because first it did this command and then it did this command. Now what's not very good about that, what we obviously have to do is store the value that the user entered so we can do something with it later. So let's try and store what the user entered. In order to do that, we have to use something called a variable. So we say var for variable, and we have to give the variable a name. Let's call it x. So now I can say var x equals prompt enter a number. So now whatever the user types in will get stored in this variable called x, and then we can print out the value of x using our alert command. So now let's try that. So if we run that, it says enter a number. If I do 33, so I click on that, and it says 33, because that was good, because that was the value that we entered. So let's try that again, run it again. And let's try it again. So as you can see, that time we entered 56 and 56 came up. So let's see if we can add 1 to what the user types in. So we've got a little simple thing for doing a little bit of arithmetic. So I'll try plus 1. And what's going to happen now? So we run that. So it asks us to enter a number. Let's put 23 there. And it says 231. Ooh, that wasn't what we expected. Let's try again. So let's run it. So let me type in hello. And it says hello 1. So clearly what's happening is this plus thing isn't adding the two things up, it's simply sticking this 1 at the end of x. So when we entered 2, we got 21. We entered hello, we got hello 1. Now this thing in quotes here is called a string. So what we're typing into these boxes when we do a prompt, what we type in here is getting stored in x, but it's thinking x is a string, and this plus is corresponding to concatenation. It's sticking the two strings together. So for this plus to do what we expect it to do, namely to be an arithmetic operator, we have to somehow convert this string x into an integer. So because I'm a newbie to JavaScript, I don't know how to do that. So what I'll do is I'll Google for it. So let's go to Google and type. Let's search for JavaScript integer to string. That would be useful because we want to convert a string to an integer. So a string to an integer. So we'll search for that, and this one looks a good one. Here, let's try and see what this tells us to do. there's a parseInt function which converts the string to an integer. Ah, that's very useful. So let's try incorporating that in our program. So we'll go back to our console. Sorry, that's Aurora putting the microwave on there. That doesn't matter. So instead of x, we want to what we want to do is we want to parseInt index. Now we're going to store that in another variable called y. So y will be the integer corresponding to whatever string they typed in. So now if we print out y plus 1, it should actually add 1 onto the value. So this time let's try that. Ah, that's interesting. It's given me an error message here. Syntax error, missing variable name. Ah, I've forgotten the y. So let me put that in. Y bar, give it the name of the variable equals that. And now if I run it, it says enter a number, 34. OK, and it prints out 35. So this time it has successfully added 1 onto the integer. Let's try it one more time with a different value. So I'll run that again. That's 567, so it should do 568. Let's see if it does. 568. Great.